Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Isabel coming to you live from New Zealand. And this is for women who are experiencing or dealing with anxiety and depression. I'd like to share with you a little bit about my story as an entrepreneur, okay? All right. So in 2013, I was a medical doctor turning into a functional medicine doctor. That's a doctor that gets to the root cause of people's unwellness. Because I just had enough in medicine because I realized that, gosh, we don't have a healthcare system. We've got disease management. And I was like, that's it. I am learning how to really help people. So I was a doctor in transition, and I was a wife, still am a wife, a mother, and I started a business online called Doctor on a Mission. Now, this is not something that I had ever learned about in medical training. This is all stuff like you, learning online, learning how to do this step by step. So that was 2013. And after a year of this, I felt overwhelmed, like way too much on my plate, juggling way too much. Do you know that feeling? And I felt hopeless. And keep in mind, I was 53 at the time, so I was menopausal, so that had a lot to do with it. I went for 17 nights. I only got 3 hours of sleep each night. And at the end of those 17 nights, I was beside myself. And I tried to take my life twice in 3 days. And that really rocked my world. And I got help. You know, my husband has been there all along, and I was taken to the doctor. You know, I was pulled back away from my medical practice, and I saw this doctor. God bless this doctor. I saw this doctor, and this medical doctor said, well, he was a psychiatrist. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm seeing a psychiatrist. And he said, Isabel, I'm going to put you on these antidepressants and you're going to be on them for life. And I was like, in my gut, I was like, for life? That is not possible. I know that there's a better way. So here's what I did. I took the antidepressants, I got my sleep, I got back into practicing medicine. However, I went on a 5-year journey. And that 5-year journey was like my pivot point. I said, no, I am going to figure this out. And so I spent lots and lots of money, thousands of dollars, and I made a lot of mistakes, some very painful mistakes. However, because I was in that pit with anxiety and depression, I learned all the different aspects that cause anxiety and depression that are not being taught in medicine. So I learned how to overcome anxiety and depression naturally. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I got to teach other people how to do this. So now I'm off my antidepressants. I'm taking care of the situation naturally. I'm feeling totally not overwhelmed. I'm actually feeling at peace. And I just love my life. And I'm like, okay, I know that there are so many entrepreneur women out there between the ages of 40 to 60. There's so many of us in our 50 range that are trying to recreate ourselves. I was like, you know what? I want to help other women. And so that's what I'm here for today. Now, this is my first big live on Women Helping Women. So thanks for joining me and thanks for sharing. I appreciate it. Now, here's one of the tools I've learned on my journey that I share with my peeps. And I call it the microphone tool. The microphone tool is, first of all, realizing that we all have a microphone in front of us. And we decide who we're going to give that microphone to. And I remember when I was 5 years old, my mom said to me, Mamita, she's Cuban. Long live Cuba right now. Gosh, poor Cuba's going through a rough time right now. But my mom said, Mamita, you said when you were 5 years old that you were going to become a doctor. And I remember mom bought me this game called the Operation Game. Does anybody remember the Operation Game? And I remember, if you touched the side and it buzzed, you weren't going to be a good doctor. So I worked really, really hard at not touching the side. But here's the deal. The seed was planted in my mind that I was going to become a doctor. And so I had that thought. But then in my 20s, I remember sharing that idea. Now remember, I was a rebel rouser in my teens. But in my 20s, I remember sharing with a very close family member that I was going to go and become a doctor no matter what. And I remember that family member just looking at me and just going, ha! And I thought, oh, wow, they don't believe in me. And back in those days, I gave my microphone to anybody. And if anybody would say, pah, and plant that seed of doubt and shame in my life, in my eyes, in my mind, I would let it grow like this plant. And it would grow, 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 and then it would actually stop me because this plant that was planted, this seed that was planted of shame was like, nah, you're not going to do it. And so that took me a long time to overcome those thoughts and realize, man, I got a microphone and I've got to stop giving my microphone to all these people that aren't helping me out. So here's the tool. First of all, realize that you've got a microphone in front of you. And are you giving your microphone to people that are encouraging you, inspiring you to become your best? Especially with the work that you're doing right now, being an entrepreneur, sharing your gift, helping this world be a better place. I know that each and every one of you in here is doing this to help other people, to help the world and make a difference. Because boy, doesn't this world need help? Yes. So are you giving your microphone to somebody that's encouraging you or inspiring you? Or are you giving your microphone to people that speak doubt, speak guilt, speak shame, like you can't do that? What are you thinking about? Don't even think about that. Well, guess what? Those types of people are going to kill you. They're going to kill that dream. And you know what? It's because you gave them the microphone. You don't have to give them the microphone. You can actually take back the microphone from them and go, no, you do not have the right to listen. You do not have the right to speak into my life. And I'm not going to listen to you. So pull back the microphone from that person. And also another piece to consider is, are you giving your microphone to people that have you think about your past instead of your future? Well, look, let's face it. Our past is our past. I mean, we're not living in our past. And I encourage us all to learn from our past so that we don't keep on making mistakes from our past, or else we keep on going around that mountain making all those mistakes until we learn. Like my father used to say, you will learn the hard way. And he was pretty right. I will keep on learning. So don't give your microphone to people that talk about your past. Give your microphone to people that talk to you about your future and what your future is going to look like. And what's it look like? Like picture it and speak into it and feel it and live it and just be there. Those are the types of people I give my microphone to. So that's the tool. Is the take home is, one, realize that you've got a microphone in front of you at all times. And the second part is, make sure you give the microphone only to people that bring life, that speak life into you, and to take it away when they don't speak life. Okay? I hope that helps. Now, before we go, I want to invite you to the Bossy Brain Solution. It's a private Facebook group that I've put together to help you if you're experiencing anxiety and depression, or anybody you know, anxiety and depression. It's for women only, okay? And it's how I overcame anxiety and depression and how you can too, naturally, so that you will think clearly and have lasting happiness. You don't have to be going round and round and round trying to figure this out. And another thing that I kind of help a lot with is helping people come off their antidepressants safely. But first, we gotta get the foundation right. And a lot of us don't have our foundation right. So we learn the foundation so that you will have clearer thinking and lasting happiness. I hope you'll join me, and my husband too, who walked alongside me the whole way during that whole episode. And he's got his guidelines and help that he adds in. He joins a lot in those times that we've got it. Okay, so anyway, that's it. Thank you for joining. I will be back this time, same time. This is 12:30 New Zealand time, Monday, the 19th, but I know in America it's on Sunday. So I am going to slot in for this time every week, okay? If you've got anything you want me to talk about or address, gosh, just leave a question, just leave a message in the comment section below, okay? All right, until next week, remain unstoppable, ladies. Talk to you later. Mwah. Bye.